that thing that looks like a ladder over there. It doesn't look too sturdy. Grab the bump, the chain, and you will become the champion. Introducing first, from Montana, Pennsylvania, accompanied by Ron and his children, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is your reigning and defending Pennsylvania State Champion,
Championship action about to get underway here. These guys are always coming around when GI Bear comes out. Oh my God.
Just leave the guy alone already.
The Monopoly man. Either is harder by the looks of it. Chairman of the board and the janitor. Hunter looked like it was like a John Wayne movie. Super kicked and walked away without saying a word. Tell you what, if there's small children watching this at home, you might want them to leave the room. This is gonna get nasty. Look at that. Andy Harr is making a statement from the early goings here. He's not fooling around at all. He took GI Bear right off his feet within 30 seconds after the bell. Absolutely a fast-paced, almost chaotic match favors Andy Harder as we've seen him wrestle throughout the region. GI Bear really wants to keep a slower pace, but he's not going to keep any kind of pace when he's flat on his back on the mat like that. Absolutely, I would say so. He ate somewhere in Mount Carmel, but I don't know any restaurants around here. Harner put on a clinic at the early goings. Look at the quickness, up and over, unbelievable. Absolutely. We've seen him in matches like this before. I mean, you add a ladder to his arsenal, no telling what he's going to do off the top of there, Paul Bo. GI Bear back on his feet, goes for the baseball slide into the ladder. Kick to the midsection as the action pours outside.
Oh, and he got his fingers in the ladder right there.
Veteran maneuver right there from Andy Harner.
Oh, man, and you can hear that one in Shamokin.
He's not letting him up at all, Paul Bo.
GI Bear up on the stage here, right over by us here. He's going. Andy Harner showed a vicious side of him. Usually don't see that from Andy. Pretty mild-mannered kid.
What does he have in mind here as he goes to work on this Lego set of destruction, Paul Bo?
Oh, he's setting it up there.
Vicious intent in his eyes. we saw before, there's no bad blood between these two, but you couldn't be able to tell.
Oh!
Unbelievable.
That one caught G.I. Bear right in the chops there.
G.I. Bear blocks it. He saw the writing on the wall there, or the ladder on the chair, if you will.
Oh, Andy Harder.
Innovative offense, as always, from Andy Harder. That one came out of nowhere.
I think that caught him right above the EJ, right in the thigh there. Yeah, G.I. Bear looks really hurt there. He's down, he's clutching his left thigh there, and Andy Harder's going right to work here.
This one might be going out into the alley. He just picked him up and slammed him into that wall, Palbo.
And I'll tell you what, we're in the defunct elementary school in here, Mount Carmel. Those mats are hard as Jonathan Bonomo's cooking.
I wouldn't want to eat there.
Me either.
Of course, folks, no rules in this match except that you have to climb the ladder and get the belt.
No, it's
a chair shot is as legal as a headlock, as they say.
You know what I've always wondered in matches like this, CJ, why is there even a referee if there's no rules?
Good point, Palbo.
Andy Harder does vicious karate-like kicks.
Oh my God! Went for the moonsault!
Right on the ladder! And I'll tell you what, EJ, that ladder's bent there. He might have cut himself there bad. Andy Harder's grasping his forearm area. I think he's really, really in a lot of pain, as you can see.
Absolutely, Palbo. I mean, the ladder's bent in half, but Andy Harder is broken in half as well after that one.
And I'll tell you what, EJ, those ladders, when they shred there, that aluminum's like a razor blade there. That'll cut your arm right off.
What's G.I. Bear searching for? A bag of tricks beneath the ring. Harder's out of it from that.
You got to get that ladder out of there, EJ. That is definitely a weapon right now. There's jagged edges sticking everywhere. Oh man!
Well, that's a broken wrist right there.
Absolutely, that could break the bones in your fingers.
And now the Misfit Toys are back at ringside here.
And I'll tell you what, you got to keep an eye on them there. G.I. Bear has to keep an eye on them.
They're like sand people. They
like
scare easily, but soon they'll be back and in greater numbers.
Oh!
Classic move, shades of Rob Van Dam right there.
Hardly to be confused with the two. G.I. Bear looks like he is really out of breath there. Andy Harder's trying to clear the cobwebs, should I say, EJ. G.I. Bear's going for the ladder here. I think this is when he goes to claim the title.
Luckily, they have some spare ladders here. Andy Harder is like Dream Street. He's barely moving over there, Palbo. Looks like G.I. Bear might have this one in the bag.
He's setting up the ladder, EJ. He's going up the ladder here right now.
That's going to be quite a reach. G.I. Bear softening up Harder a little more before he ascends to the top of the ladder to try and claim the gold strap above his head.
Hey, what, EJ? That's only a 6-foot ladder. That belt's about 12 feet in the air. Up the janitor. And what is that black, mysterious object on the janitor's hand? Look at this. Look at this. 3-on-1. Now, James Brickhouse, he has to do something about this.
This is just breaking down into chaos, Palbo. I don't even know where to look.
These guys are a bunch of goons.
Oh, they're just out here trying to cause trouble. I don't even know what their agenda is.
I don't think they know what their agenda is, EJ. Get out of here, Monopoly Man. Get your ass out of here. Don't pass go. Get out of here. Take your guys out of here.
We have hotels on Park Place and Boardwalk. Get out of here.
Look at this, the dollar store janitor. Get out of here. Go over by Dr. Frank. Go bother somebody
Tell
else.
Palbo, we have hotels on Park Place and Boardwalk.
Yeah,
Get off our board.
Oh!
Went for the German suplex off the ladder there, and the ladder just gave out under the weight of two men.
And I'll tell you what,
Still
EJ,
caught Harder, though.
they should definitely have a couple referees out here to clear the debris out of the ring. Referee Roman Scavage is up on his feet here.
Paul Bo, you were asking before what the ref is for. If a competitor is unable to compete, the match can't go on, which is a very likely scenario in a match like this.
Oh, okay. G.I. Bear's up on that ladder. I think he has a clear shot. Andy Harner trying to get to his feet. Once again, the Misfit Toys and the Happy New Year hat just went for a loop there.
He'll have to go back to Party City for another one, Paul Bo. G.I. Bear climbs the ladder harder! Unbelievable! Hits a drop kick and knocks G.I. Bear clear across the ring.
What is Andy Harder going to do
Harder
with that
still
thing?
has-
What's he supposed to do with that?
He still has plans for that. I don't know if they say one man's trash is another man's weapon.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to go into that ladder, EJ.
Oh my God. G.I. Bear sent careening.
At what point, EJ, does the human body just say, I had enough? I mean, ladder shot after ladder. We've had chair shots in here.
Absolutely, Paul Bo. That's flesh and blood in there. There's only so much before it just gives out.
What is Andy Harner doing right here?
I don't know. Oh!
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
Veteran ring presence from G.I. Bear. Scouted that one out. Almost played possum on the mat there until the timing was
Somebody has got to
perfect.
get that ladder out of the ring, EJ. That is a dangerous weapon. There are jagged edges everywhere. It can seriously injure one of these competitors. Where are these other referees? Where's Scotty Santana? Where's David Starlato? Where are they? They need to be out here.
Absolutely. This match is absolute chaos. I wouldn't expect anything less in a ladder match between two competitors like this. Paul, well, the question is, when are the tables going to come into play?
I don't know. It's a TLC match. I have no idea.
G.I. Bear setting up the chairs. Harder, look at that, back on his feet. Paul, well, where else could you see offense like that, which Andy Harder brings to the ring? Unbelievable. The quickness of this young man is breathtaking.
He's like a fine-tuned machine. Andy Harder rarely misses a beat, and tonight is no exception, EJ.
Absolutely no wasted movement at all. Every move leads into the next one and has a purpose power bomb into the two steel chairs. Folks, that is solid steel. That's flesh and bone and blood hitting solid steel. Unforgiving.
One of the legs on the chairs, EJ, has pretzeled, and you know what that means. That chair will be a little more useful than that chair. Referee James Brickhouse is throwing that one out. Andy's going for the ladder here.
I hope those chairs aren't rentals, Paul Bo.
They'll be getting a hefty bill here.
Harner back to the vertical pace. Ascending the ladder. Championship slowly coming within his reach. G.I. Bear. Oh!
That got him right in the larynx, EJ. Right across the throat region. That'll crush your voice box.
Pomo, that's like a guillotine coming right down onto your neck
Most of
like
our
that.
fans don't know that these ropes are steel cables. They are not rope. They are steel cables. They don't break.
They are absolutely, no, they barely give. G.I. Bear wants to get that broken ladder back into action here.
There's pieces everywhere.
I don't like the looks of this Pomo at all.
Oh! Got him right where the sun don't shine.
Not a smart move on the part of G.I. Bear. Left himself very vulnerable in that position.
Absolutely. Andy Harner taking the ring veterans, taking the veterans' way of that, and having his way with G.I. Bear. Andy's throwing the ladder out of the way here.
And once again, Andy Harder ascending the ladder. Saw that G.I. Bear was regaining consciousness and is now going to work with the ground and pound. Hit him with everything he has. Only thing left to do is beat him into a pulp until he's knocked down and he can climb that ladder.
And he's halfway there, EJ.
Oh no, Paul Bowe.
What is going to happen here is Andy, he's not going to do a moonsault off there, is he?
It looks like he's going to do something.
Oh, man.
Paul.
Oh, you caught him. Look at his leg, EJ.
Paul Bowe.
I think the ladder has cut him on his leg. His leg, you can see the wound right from here. He caught him good.
How's Harder going to get out of that, Paul Bowe? He's trapped in there.
I don't know. G.I. Bear going up top here. Not a superplex from up here, EJ. No way. No way.
This is absolutely insane, Paul Bowe!
Wow, that was about 12 feet in the air coming straight down. Both men are laid out. There's debris everywhere. It's reminding me of an Avengers movie, but where's Thanos? He's nowhere to be found.
Oh my God, Paul Bowe.
You think he might get the Infinity Gauntlet?
I think they're going to need it to survive this match.
You know
Look what they're putting their bodies through.
Thanos says he'll do it himself. You know that.
Harder, desperation move, grasping onto the leg of G.I. Bear.
Both men, EJ, right now on instinct, hitting each other with rights and lefts. G.I. Bear is out on his feet. Oh,
Big
man.
chop from Unbreakable Andy Harder. And that nickname, Unbreakable, is really being put to the test here tonight.
And that's more than you can say about these ladders.
He's miles away from that belt, Paul Bowe. I don't think that's his intention.
I don't think he even knows where he is, EJ. I mean, the fatigue is set in. We're going at about 10 minutes here.
Oh my God!
That was like a modified code breaker, EJ.
Paul Bowe, that was from the middle of that ladder. Imagine the momentum, the impact. Rushing down to the ring, and that's have to swallow your back. Just exploited by those two knees.
EJ, you see so many injuries in professional wrestlers to that L4 and L5 vertebrae in your neck there, and paralyzed. You can be seriously hurt. Your career can end at any moment with such a move like that. But Andy Harder, from the middle of the that ladder there, delivered that back down on G.I. Bear. And G.I. Bear is still out, and rightfully so.
And here comes the super ladder, Paul Bowe.
This is like the Hulk Buster. Here he comes.
This is the ladder that drank the ooze.
Andy Harder just throwing the ladder on top of G.I. Bear, and the Weasel with a cheap shot.
Paul Bowe, I mean, G.I. Bear and Unbreakable Andy, they get along. Imagine if they didn't like each other.
Absolutely. I'm speechless.
Absolutely unbelievable performance from both these men.
I think Andy Harder got him by a couple inches there. What do you think, EJ?
Now's not the time in this match to start comparing ladders. What do you have? Oh my God! Bulldog from all the way there.
Would be proud of that one. Both men tumble to the canvas here.
And here comes the Goon Squad.
Tell you what, EJ, I'd like to get my hands on that Monopoly man, and you know me, I'm a passive man. We've seen chairs, we've seen ladders, and now I think it's time for the tables, EJ.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, that thing looks like something they brought out of the Strippins. What is that green stuff growing on the side of it? Jimmy the Hippie's behind me, let me ask him. He has his hands up, he's pleading the fifth.
Paul Bowe, I think that's the table Jesus used at the Last Supper.
It might be, and I think there's I just saw a termite crawl out of the woodwork there. That is one nasty looking table. I think there's an imprint of a body on there, EJ.
If you go through that table, you're gonna get a tetanus shot. I mean,
And the referee assisting there as there's all debris all over the ring. They're not gonna. No way. No way. Oh my God, he's on that table. I'm afraid that he might go through it right now.
Yeah, you really have to question the integrity of a table that looks that old. But here comes Andy Harder out of nowhere, running on fumes right now.
EJ, no way. No way. I think he's going up.
This Bobo, he can't be thinking.
No way. Nobody should go off a ladder that high. James Brickhouse.
Bobo, he's a young man. He has a full career ahead of him, Bobo.
For God's sake, the man has a family.
Think it through it. Oh my God!
Oh, sweet Mary, mother of Joseph! Did you see that thing pretzel? He folded him up like a lawn chair. Carnage everywhere in the ring. Dr. Ranker almost scavenged at ringside here. There is all kind of debris. I don't even know what's coming out of that table.
Paul, the table's broken in half. Both of the men are broken in half.
Andy Harder is out on his feet after delivering it. That had to be 12 feet in the air.
Did you see the maneuver?
I'm sure happy I'm not on ring cleanup crew.
I was thinking the same thing, Colbo. I think they need a push broom out there at this point.
I'm not cleaning anything up.
Andy Harder. The prize is in sight now. If that didn't take out G.I. Bear, I don't know what will, Paul Bowe.
G.I. Bear showing determination. He's back on his feet. Andy Harder, does he have the strength to get up the ladder, secure the belt, and become the new Pennsylvania State Champion?
It only looks like a couple of feet to us, but to Andy Harder, that has to look like it's 3 miles away right now.
And G.I. Bear has black marks on his forehead. This isn't Ash Wednesday, EJ. I don't know what is on his head. Both men slugging you out. There's not much behind those punches. Here comes the maintenance man again. Andy Harder has it in sight.
That's not the way Harder wants to win, though.
What is this? Look at this. Uh-oh.
Oh my God!
To the gym floor. And there's no mats out there, fans. There is no mats out there. Andy hit hard on the floor. And oh my God, here comes one of the foot soldiers from the Ninja Turtles.
Now what is this?
I have seen that little small guy before somewhere. I can't remember where. But who is with him? Who is the man in the black mask?
I'll tell you what, these men are putting their bodies, everything they have on the line.
Look at this guy with the black mask. It's not Crank Prime. I think it's one of the foot soldiers.
How is Andy Harder even still moving right now, Paul Bowe?
Look at this over here.
How are either of these men still able to even get to their feet? Mr. Azim is crouching around the outside of the ring here. The foot soldier, he looks like he's looking for April O'Neil out here.
Oh God, look at this. Look at this.
Andy Harder reaches for the belt.
It's over, it's over. As half the ceiling fell down.
Well, what is this?
Here is your winner, Unbreakable, Andy Harder!
Harder just pounded the foot soldier, Paul Bowe.
Somebody needs to hit him. He looks like a lot like Character Ed, that owl I saw on TV a couple times with a black mask and his underwear's hanging out. What a disgrace to society. Where did they get people like that?
Well, let's talk a little bit about what we just saw, the spectacle that we just saw before us.
Andy Harder's elbow is a bloody mess, but to the victor goes the spoils. Andy Harder's your champion. He has a little bit of a battle scar for his injury, but what a match here at PCWA. These guys tore the roof off this place.
Absolutely. You're not going to get this anywhere else, folks. Only right here in Mount Carmel at PCWA.
And G.I. Bear, his wrestling contract is now terminated. And you have to ask, EJ, what's next for G.I. Bear? What is next? Where does he go from here? And you saw a little band of trust right there. Andy Harder, G.I. Bear shaking hands afterwards. Andy hugging his son now at ringside. Dr. Frank is going to have to stitch him up in the back.
That was a highlight reel, Pobo. No other way to describe it.
Absolutely. It's on. And I don't know, one of the authority here, or whatever you want to call him, just took my microphone here. Oh, boy.
Secondly, G.I. Bear, I warned you. I told you this was going to happen. I told you that you would not have a title in this company. And now, just as I told you, you don't have a job in this company. You do not wrestle for BCWA anymore. And you know, to make it official, I just so happen to have your contract here in my...
I can't hear him. Could you hear him?
Let me check.
Nope, no sound.
Yes, it's over. You are done. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. You're through, Greg. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. You're through.
I gotta ask the timekeeper something. Who let Frieza into the building?
I don't even know who Freeze is.
First of all, shut your mouth, Weasel. Well, I can tell they don't like you as much as I do. So here's the deal, guys. Put him in the ring. I may no longer be able to wrestle here.
Paul Bo.
I may be done wrestling.
G.I. Bear was the founder of this company. He built it from the ground up, and now his contract is null and void.
AJ, I have turned these guys off. I'm not even listening to them. It's such hogwash.
Wait until tonight. Let's see.